Hey Virgo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for November 21st through the 27th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this after the time frame I mentioned. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Also we've got the new moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 23rd. So we're going to see how these messages or these energies might be coming in for the Virgo collective. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up for the Virgo collective. And the first card that's coming up is... Ooh, the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio that may be quite significant in your life. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have Scorpio placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Or the areas of your life might be starting to align. Something similar came up for Libra. So if you have Libra placement, especially watch that as well. There could be something here about everything aligning for you. Your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, all kind of aligning, all kind of like merging together. So there could be some kind of alignment that might be happening. Or if you have Scorpio placement, could be big changes or big shifts in those houses or areas of your life. Now, the Death card is all about the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new ones, okay? So whatever the change is happening in your life or in this house, it's a permanent change. There's going to be no going back to the old way. You're coming into a new cycle. You're coming into a new time. Whatever you had before was done. And now this is the new. I've heard people explain that the Death card could be the end of sickness. Like permanently healing from a sickness that you've been fighting or battling. It can be permanently ending singleness. You may be finding your forever person and you're never going to be single again. It could be the ending of your career path. It could be entering retirement. It could be changing careers and you're never going back to like that old career again. So it can be just something has come to an end and you're not going to return to whatever that thing was. It's time to move on and to move forward. But this is the thing, whatever this is, it's not coming to you as a surprise. Because the difference with the Death card and the Tower card can signify something ending, but it's very sudden and kind of comes out of nowhere. We may see a little like telltale signs, or we may, ignore some little red flags or warnings, but it still comes in abruptly and like shocks us with the Tower card. With the Death card, you know it's coming. You see it's coming and you're ready for it. You're ready for the change, right? And so we are coming into this new moon in Sagittarius. New moons are a time of manifesting, of calling in new things. And there's a sense of like a rebirth here with this Death card. Keep in mind, Scorpio is the phoenix rising of the zodiac. And so there's a rebirth here. There's, like maybe even reinventing yourself in some way with this energy. And this could be a part of what you're manifesting, is reinventing yourself or feeling resurrected, like getting a new lease on life, like feeling like you're getting a new breath here, a new outlook, a new passion to live and to experience life. And so in connection with that, you're really ready to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. I do feel, Virgo, that there may be something you're putting an end to feed and nourish this area of your life, depending on what your Virgo placement is, right? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever your Virgo placement might be, I feel there's something that you're cutting off to feed and to nourish your Virgo placement. If you're a Virgo moon, you might be putting an end to something that is affecting your emotions or affecting your reactions in some way that you don't like. If you're Virgo rising, you might be putting an end to something that is feeling like a block on your life path, where you're like, well, this is what I feel like I need to be doing, and this is kind of getting in the way, or it's not in alignment with where I'm headed and how I'm getting to where I want to be, or what I feel I need to be doing in this lifetime. If you're a Virgo Venus, then it could be putting an end to something that's been blocking you in your love life. Maybe it's a belief. Maybe it's something you do as a behavior. Maybe it's a relationship in your life with a family member, or some kind of obligation you've taken up. It could be a job. Maybe your job is getting in the way of your love life. But I feel like this could be also putting an end to something that's affecting, if you're Virgo Sun, right? So, Virgo Sun is like your core sense, your core self, something that's like not allowing you to be in that authenticity. You may be putting an end to. So there's a sense here of something ending so that something can begin or something can thrive. So something could be a bit parasitic here, and you're ending it so that these other areas of your life can thrive. The next card here, is Two of Cups. Could be a significant relationship with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or maybe a lot of you are putting an end to the things that are blocking you in your love life. Because Two of Cups is soulmate love. It's true love. It's giver meets giver. And so there's a sense here of the kind of relationship that can go on forever, because both of these people are coming into the relationship with the sense of, how can I be there for my person today? What can I do for my person today? What does my person need? Unfortunately, when we're givers, we attract takers. And when they've taken everything that we have and there's nothing left, they're gone. They bounce and they find a new supply. And so you might say, oh, I know what that's like, Amethyst. I've been there. But this person has also been there. And this person knows what that's like. And so this is a relationship where you two are aligned and you're both being there for each other. I feel that this is a relationship of secrets. Deep, 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 deep secrets. Scorpio is a very deep sign. Scorpio is the sign of secrets. And so I feel that this is the kind of relationship where you're like, I can't believe I told this person this. I've never told anybody this. I've never even told my therapist this, right? And vice versa. So I feel there's something here in like unlocking the hidden things, unlocking the top secret files. And this is a really big stage of healing. This is a really big stage of release. And I've said this in the other videos for this week's forecast. This new moon is feeling more like a full moon to me. In the readings and the energies that are coming in, it feels more like a full moon. The full moon is releasing. The new moon is calling in. But if this is a powerful new moon where we're going to be manifesting and calling in quickly, then we're calling in and releasing at the same time, because the new moon is coming in. The things are coming in so fast that things are being pushed out of the way. Things are being pushed out of the way to create room for what's coming in. And so what's getting pushed out of the way for you all is the secrets, the buried things, right? And these are the things that have been blocking you. These are the things that have been affecting the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about people, the way you feel about the world, the way you feel about relationships. And I just feel like there's two people there in front of each other, and they're just unpacking all the icky things, but like not being grossed out by it, and not being grossed out by their own icky things, and not being grossed out by the other person's icky things. There's no judgment here. I almost feel like a sense of ego death, but a relationship that's an ego death. There's no judgment. There's that, like, this is, we're finding what this is, and we're finding what this is going to be. This isn't something that we're trying to force into some kind of a shape or some kind of a thing. Like, it's its own thing, and we're discovering what that is. And everything has led us here. And so we are grateful for everything that has led us here. So I just feel there's this unpacking. There's this unpacking of all the dirty little things, and not feeling ashamed, and holding space for one another as this is happening, as these things are being unpacked and released. This feels to me like two people that have very similar generational curses, very similar family dysfunctions, and they're coming together as two people who are breaking those cycles for their family lines. Like two people who are coming in and breaking this cycle, and bringing ancestral healing through their healing, and through this relationship, and through this connection. And so this could be ending some pretty dark stuff here. Some pretty icky dysfunctions, some pretty taboo stuff even, right? But again, there's no judgment. And it's just like, this is what it is. This is what my family was like. This is like what they did. So obviously that might not be for every single one of you, but I do feel this, people have different levels of secrets, but whatever your secrets are, I feel like there's this unpacking. The next card coming up here, is the High Priestess. This could be Pisces or Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Taurus that might be a very significant soulmate. If you have Pisces or Taurus placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. And so the High Priestess is about going within and trusting yourself and listening to your intuition, strengthened intuition. It's a high level of healing where your chakras are clearing and aligning, and you have this delicious, powerful energy flowing through your body that makes you absolutely irresistible. And so you may be coming into a time where there's a lot of offers coming your way. People want to be your friend. People want to work with you or do business with you or have you work for them. People want to date you. People want to go out with you. People want to go to bed with you. And you might be like, what in the heck is going on? I haven't changed anything about myself. I'm still the same person. It's the energetic shift, and it's the healing that is occurring. But above all else, I feel the element of the card that I feel for Virgo in this particular reading is the inner knowing. Like, I'm not going to doubt myself. I'm not, the things I'm putting an end to, I'm not looking for approval. The relationship I'm entering into, I'm not looking for approval. I'm not looking for confirmation. I know what's good for me. I know what I need. And I know what I'm doing. And so there's this sense here of making decisions confidently, even if some people are not on the same page with your decision, but knowing and understanding what this is for yourself. There's this strong spiritual element with the High Priestess. So even with this relationship that some of you are manifesting or coming into, there's a spiritual aspect to this relationship where previously you may have not had that before, right? Maybe you're a spiritually minded person, or you're a spiritually gifted person, and you've been dealing with people who just are not there. They're not spiritually minded at all. They're not connected in any way to any spiritual gifts. And so this could be two spiritually gifted people coming together, or two spiritual people coming together. And so it could be completely and totally changing the way of life. There could even be integrating of spiritual beliefs, or like learning from one another spiritually. So High Priestess is confidence and inner knowing, that sage knowledge. The pomegranates are really jumping out at me. So this could be truths being revealed. It could be fertility. Maybe some of you, if you don't want to have little ones right now and you're capable of creating little ones, you may want to watch out for this fertile, magnetic, attractive, enticing energy that you're putting out there. Because even though it's not the Empress card, I feel that Empress vibe here, where there could be some little ones in 9 months. And if that's not something that you want, then be extra cautious of that, or be extra careful of that. But I feel like a spiritual lineage here in these cards, a spiritual lineage. So you may be carrying on a spiritual legacy, or resurrecting a spiritual legacy that became stagnant or dormant in the family line. If you're having children, you may be having spiritually gifted children. But I just feel an element of unity coming together, and strong emotional bonds and support, and harmony and love. It feels like very positive energies. Next card coming up here is the Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is, again, true love, soulmate love, a happy home, rewarding and fulfilling work, like work that you feel is satisfying to the soul, right? I know it's a really trendy thing to say now. I don't have a dream job because I don't dream of labor. It kind of gets under my skin when I hear that, to be honest, because a job doesn't have to be working for a corporation, right? It could be creating beautiful art. It could be creating beautiful music. It could be getting involved in nonprofit work where you're bringing about healing and aid. There's no shame in a 9-to-5, no shame at all. Sometimes the 9-to-5 funds the life purpose. And but when I say rewarding or fulfilling work, wherever you stand on that. If you're someone who's working a 9-to-5, finding a rewarding and fulfilling 9-to-5, or finding a 9-to-5 that makes you the money you need and allows you the time that you need to do the things that are fulfilling for you, to do the things that are satisfying for you. So there's just a sense of emotional fulfillment, contentment, a happy home, true love. And Ace of Cups really, really ties into the Death card here, and I'll tell you how. For me, in my readings, I see Ace of Cups come up when you're turning over a karmic leaf. We all have cycles where we have the same thing happen again and again and again and again. And then finally we're like, you know what? Enough. I'm done with it. I know what the red flags are. I know what to look out for. I'm never making this mistake again. And now that I know what to look out for, the next time I see it coming, I'm going to spot it from a mile away, and I'm going in the other direction because I refuse to be miserable. I demand to be happy. And the universe is like, awesome. Virgo is awake now. Virgo no longer needs these painful experiences to poke Virgo to wake up. Now that Virgo's eyes are open and they're awake, they're ready to learn through love, support, adventure, friendship, laughter, creativity, success, all the happy, positive ways. You're coming into a time where you're going to learn your lessons through joy instead of learning your lessons through pain. People hear karmic lessons and they cringe. Karmic doesn't always have to be terrifying. Karmic doesn't always have to be heartbreaking. Karma is just energy. Karma is just learning. And you get to be in the fun class with the fun teacher. Instead of the excruciating, punishing lessons, you get to learn in a joyful way. So you're ending old cycles forever, and you're turning over this karmic leaf. I also feel here with this Ace of Cups coming next to the High Priestess, Virgo, for a lot of you, things went wrong when you listened to other people in your life, or you allowed them to interfere or intervene. Okay? Maybe you may have had relationships in the past, and those relationships didn't work out. And then you look out and you're like, you know what? My family got really involved in that relationship. My family really had a lot to say about what was going on in my relationship. My family had a lot to say about what was going on in my marriage. And maybe there were things you were okay with or you were on board with, and they weren't a problem with you. But then you talk to one of your friends or you talk to one of your family and they're like, that's not a good idea. That's terrible. That's stupid. That's not going to work. And you go back and you tell your partner, well, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe that's not a good idea. And now you're arguing with your partner because you had come to an agreement, and now you're coming and you're saying that's not going to work. And it didn't allow you to have a relationship. It didn't allow you to have a life because everything was being done under this supervision, right? You don't need supervision in your marriage. You don't need supervision in your relationship, right? You're not a child, hopefully. You're an adult. And so there could be like putting an end to interference. There could be, just putting an end to like, this is not your business. This is not something for you to get involved with, right? Like, this is between me and my partner. This is between me and my spouse, and we'll figure it out. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your concern. But my spouse is marrying me. My spouse isn't marrying my parents and my siblings and my extended family, my best friend. Sometimes best friends can also get really involved and do some damage. And so I feel there's a sense of like, focusing on that connection and focusing on that union, and being able to trust yourself and not go outside looking to other people for confirmation. Is this a good idea? It could be in your career. It could be in personal decisions. You might look back and say, I would have been so much happier if I had taken that decision and not let certain people in my life talk me out of it. Convince me to quit that job, or convince me not to take that job, or convince me not to relocate. I would have been so much happier if I would have done that. So I just feel there's a sense of like not needing that validation and being, sorry, I cut out there for a moment. Not needing that validation or confirmation, and being able to make your own decisions, being able to be your own person, being able to form your own relationships and partnerships, and be happy and confident in the decisions that you're making. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a link in the description that will take you to the playlist to see the other weekly forecasts. Also a link in the description that will take you to love readings for November, and a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page if you want to schedule a private reading, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.